Maria here to share with you how I got rid of my own TMJ disorder. The temporomandibular joint sometimes clicks, pops, it can get stuck in different positions, it can be rather uncomfortable, and all throughout high school I had a lot of clicking and popping and pain in my jaw. And in massage school I learned some great techniques. So massage and movement, that helped. So we'll start with the massage part. This can be a bit tender for people who are really tight in the masseter muscle, so go gently. Thumbs like this. Elbows on a table. Thumbs go underneath the bone, the cheekbone, and they kind of point out to the sides. And then I just let my head weight sink into the thumbs, and they will slowly go further and further out to the sides. This is what my face looks like when I'm doing it. And you may not go anywhere for a while because the tissue has to relax to allow you to go to the sides. Mine are moving relatively quickly right now because I'm not as tight here as I used to be. If it's really painful, just have less of your head weight on your thumbs. Another way to do it if it's just super painful is you could lay on your back with your head supported and do the same thing with your thumbs and just allow the weight of the hands to slowly spread. And it might take you 5 minutes. Really depends on how tight your tissue is. You can see my tissue moves really well. Some people's tissue is a bit firmer and thicker. Well, just some people have a thicker tissue there from a lot of tightness. So that helped a lot. And I would do it a couple times a day. And then I also added on this movement. You get a close-up of my face for this. So you go into a mirror, you make sure you're doing it standing or sitting. You definitely don't want to be leaning over, and for sure not leaned back and do this. The leaning back position's really hard on the jaw if you have an imbalance in the jaw joints. So say you're laying down and you're going to sit up, make sure your mouth is closed. Just like if you're about to lay down, just make sure it's closed because otherwise it can be pretty hard on the joints. Okay, so anyway, the massage was this part. The movement has a couple parts to it. So you get up close. And in the mirror, you line up the gaps of your teeth, these ones. And then you slowly open and close your mouth, keeping those gaps lined up. And you might see that one deviates all of a sudden, so then you go back to where it deviated, and you do it again slower until they're even. They stay in a line going up and down. So like this. Yeah? If your jaw hurts or pops when you get to a certain amount open, don't go to that amount. Just do what you can. Once, it might take days, it might take weeks of doing this, but once you can open and close your mouth so that the gaps are staying, then you add on, where you will line up horizontally your teeth, and you go back and forth. You can see how mine weren't even there. So I would go back and I would practice so that I can go horizontally, keeping them the same space. These three things, the massage, the movement of keeping them vertical, and I didn't go on until I could do that. Once I could do that, I would keep doing it, and then I would do the horizontal one. Took care of the TMJ pain that I had for many, many years. A couple other things that probably helped was I paid attention to when was I clenching my jaw. Usually it was after I drank coffee or if I was dehydrated. Also anger. I had to learn how to speak my anger instead of just like hold it in my jaw and just be pissed off, but instead process it. But try it out. Try the massage. Again, be gentle with yourself. And then try the technique where you keep those even and then horizontally. And I hope you find great relief. I'd love to hear your stories if you do.